Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to all of you and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. The Pakistan Super League is all set to begin from Saturday. All stages set. Everything has been finalized. The official anthem, Khul Ke Khel, is now there for everybody to have a listen to it as well. We'll of course give you a little bit of introduction about that. I'll ask my team to play that anthem for you as well. But heartthrobs Ali Zafar and Aima Beg have enthralled audiences for PSL, and the official anthem is now made headway as well. It was released just yesterday and now it's the talk of the town. It's of course composed, written and produced by Ali Zafar, who is a renowned musician in Pakistan. And I think every year the hype is already there, and there have been so many people waiting for Ali Zafar to make a comeback in the PSL, and he's finally done that. And you know, his famous phrase that he always uses, Bhai Hazir Hai, has certainly lived up to expectations as well. So thank you very much, Mr. Ali Zafar. Congratulations to you, to Aima Beg, to everybody involved, because like I said, that the anthem has received a great welcome from cricket fans all across Pakistan. So it's going to be very, very interesting. As soon as we start, like I said, I'll give you the sound up as well of this anthem as well. Then of course we move on to discuss more things at the Pakistan Super League. All is set now, like I said. Teams are preparing. International cricketers have started arriving as well. The recent one is Rassie van der Dusen, who has arrived in Pakistan to join his side as well. So we'll talk about him, and of course David Wiese has also arrived in Pakistan. A lot of these players are arriving with each passing day, and like I said, that the stage is set. All franchises are now finalizing their combinations as well. Team practice is also underway for various franchises. Everybody's set. Lahore is eager to defend their title and make a record third time in the PSL history, and that's going to be interesting as well. Meanwhile, other sides, including Peshawar Zalmi, are also eyeing victory. Quetta have changed their captaincy, and some of the changes are very pertinent over there as well. Islamabad look like a very solid squad on paper. We've got to talk about that. Multan with Rizwan, as always, is eyeing not just the trophy, but I think a great performance as well. They've got certain players who can surprise you on any given day. So we'll talk about that. Karachi wants some new momentum as well. They've been missing it there, and of course they'll be talking about that as well. They've managed to make some changes in their squad as well. Shan Masood becomes their skipper. So there's a lot to talk about with the PSL. Then of course we move on to the Pakistan Cricket Board, where Pakistan Cricket Board and Mohammad Hafiz have parted ways. Finally, news has been confirmed after all the uncertainty in the past couple of days, and now it's been decided that Mohammad Hafiz will no longer be part of the setup of the Pakistan Cricket Board. He was previously team director and head coach for the Pakistan's tour to Australia and New Zealand. And Pakistan Cricket Board, in a social media message on the social media platform X, sent out a message thanking Mohammad Hafiz for his services and wishing him all the best. So I think it's pretty clear. He was also due to meet Chairman PCB Mohsin Naqvi today, and I think things have been finalized. So it's pretty clear. And there's another news in the PCB which I will be telling you. It is making headlines all across the globe right now. It is of course breaking news as we call it, but I'll just tell you that in a moment's notice. Before that, let me just introduce our guests. First of all, in studios, joining us is the cricket commentator, international broadcaster and presenter and our sports expert, K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
We've also been joined by sports expert, one of our regular features as well. He will be talking cricket today, Mr. Rizwan Haider. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Assalamu alaikum, Ahmed.
Great to have you as well. And we've also been joined by senior sports journalist Syed Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum, Ahmed. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. So like I said, that the anthem has now been released. So I think first of all, it is due that for those of you who have missed out, you can take a listen to that anthem, and of course we will be continuing discussion there as well. And we've also got to talk about that franchise model as well. But let's just have a listen at that official anthem and then we continue. Khul ke khel. That's got to be the motto of the Pakistan team as well. But right now it is just the PSL anthem. So we will be talking about all the glamour and the gold that is there. Rizwan, how do you feel about that anthem? I've heard that you've been tuning, on the way as well.
Well, I was expecting a lot, but I think this anthem is more suited to the Pakistan cricket team because they are the ones who don't play Khul ke khel. But for PSL, yes, I think it's a very catchy tune. But
Asif is just trying to gather up courage to speak on this comment as well. Yes, Asif, what would you like to say?
Well, I mean, to be very honest, after Siti Bajegi, we have a writer, composer, producer like Ali Zafar. And when he sings, of course, that you could see smiles over the faces, and especially the nation like Pakistan. But the comment coming from the Rizwan Bhai, that is really important and that is really interesting, and I want to hear that.
Absolutely. Sir Haider, I'm sure that internationally you'd be liking, obviously I understand that the Pakistan Super League has got a lot of glamour. So, everybody's been waiting for that anthem, and everything that you're doing with the league, obviously it creates a lot of buzz for the fans as well.
Yeah, I'm not the music expert, so I cannot comment. I'm only a cricket expert, so I don't know the regulation of the music and how should be the anthem. But one thing I would say that it is everything there: aggression, music, melody, everything except cricket. And for the cricket and anthem, if you are going to produce, then cricket should be included. See, there in our neighbor countries, if they make anthem, they include some cricket words, cricket abbreviations, something by which you can consider that it's a cricket anthem. But anyhow, it's a final thoughts is that it's very nice, and it will make blood pressure high blood pressure of the fans and the audience in the stadium or outside the stadium. But Ali Zafar did very fine, and always Ali Zafar is same thing. I have seen, I think third or fourth anthem he has made, and it's the same like that first one, Siti Bajegi, and it's a good one. I think people will like it.
And Hyderabad,
yes.
sorry,
Yes.
Hyderabad, they've identified what is missing in the anthem. They've said Khul ke khel because that's what the Pakistani teams don't do. So you saying that cricket hasn't been used, they've actually identified the problem of Pakistan cricket team.
Yeah, it's an advice to Babar Azam, I think.
I have no words. I think Haider Bhai has just gotten a full toss and he's hit it out of the park. That's a clean six. So that being said, I think now we come to the main topic of the discussion, which is the franchises. And like I said, that we need to, I think with each passing day, we'll be discussing one or two franchises. We've got a couple of days now, so we can discuss two, 3, 4, 5, 6 franchises at least. So Islamabad United particularly, a home team, if you look at their overall journey, then I think that championship mentality that was instilled by Dean Jones has still been there. They're a fantastic side. I think a lot of these people have done a lot of great things for Islamabad United as far as the strategy was concerned. They include Rehan ul Haq and of course Hassan Chima. I think the stats, the data analytics going into the team. There's a lot of hype about Islamabad United. What's been their performance over the years? We've got a report on that. Let's take a look and then we come back.
Transmission complete. Stand by.
The two times champion Islamabad United will start its Pakistan Super League 9th campaign against the two times champion and the defending champs Lahore Qalandars on 17 February in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. They will play the last match of the group stage on 10th March against Multan Sultan. Islamabad United will get 5 matches in Rawalpindi, 3 matches in Lahore and 1 match in Karachi and Multan each. Islamabad won the debut Pakistan Super League season back in 2016. team. United look set to fly high in the 9th edition of Pakistan Super League with a strong squad drafted into the team. The squad showcases strength in its key batters, bowlers, spin resources, pace bowlers and all-rounders. It also reflects a blend of youth and experience, creating a well-rounded team capable of competing at the highest level in the upcoming Pakistan Super League 9th tournament. The exciting thing about the bowling lineup is the return of Roman Reis. He is now back in action. Roman Reis will provide Islamabad United with a lot of help in the death overs. However, the highlight has to be the Shah brothers. Timal Mills, Obed McCoy, Matthew Ford are going to provide the foreign flavor in the pace bowling attack. Alex Hales and Colin Munro have rejoined the United from the previous season. They bring a wealth of experience and firepower to the batting department. Additionally, Jordan Cox and the inclusion of Azam Khan provides further depth to the batting lineup, offering power-hitting capabilities in the middle over. Islamabad United have gotten some exciting all-rounders this season. Skipper Shadab Khan, Fahim Ashraf, Imad Wasim, Salman Ali Agha, Qasim Akram and Shamil Hussain. Tom Curran, an English bowling all-rounder, is injured and would not be part of Islamabad United this season.
And there you have it, all you need to know about Islamabad United in that report by Sabah. And of course, before we continue things, we've got breaking news here at Sports Extra. Pakistan Cricket Board has just released a statement where they've terminated the contract of Haris Rauf for international cricket. Haris has been penalized for his decision for opting out of the tour to Australia. And of course, the PCB had a probe into this entire scenario that was going on. And finally, after a thorough hearing process conducted by a PCB committee and taking into consideration views of all stakeholders involved in the matter, Haris' central contract has been terminated from 1st of December 2023, and an NOC to play any foreign league will be granted up to June 30th, 2024. The PCB management also provided a chance for personal hearing to Haris in compliance with the principles of natural justice, and his response was found unsatisfactory. PCB has also stated that playing for Pakistan is the ultimate honour and privilege for any sportsman. Refusal to be part of Pakistan Test squad in the absence of any medical report or justifiable reason is a matter of violation of the central contract. So that is the official version of Pakistan Cricket Board, and once again we tell you that the central contract of Haris Rauf has been terminated. If someone was to ask my personal opinion, I think that if you're setting an example, then it has got to be across the board. Make it a test case, don't make it a one-off option. That's when I think progress will be made. But Sir Haider, this is something that has come as a lot of surprise for me, at least, because we didn't expect PCB to actually muster up the courage to take such a decision.
Due to a war has been started between a franchise and PCB, and I think it's an outcome due to this war. If Babar Azam or Rizwan would refuse for any format, PCB can ban them.
Right, a short break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back. The Pakistan Cricket Board has terminated the central contract of Haris Rauf after they've penalised him and found him guilty of not being available for Pakistan. A complete inquiry was held in this regard. Asif, what are your thoughts on this statement, and of course a decision that I think is going to go a long way when it comes to these kind of uncertainties?
Well, I think I strongly agree, and I'm so happy that the Pakistan Cricket Board, after a long time, has taken a strong and solid decision. I think national interest comes first. If you're not available for nation, then I think thank you very much, go and play rest of the leagues whatsoever. Haris Rauf has denied that he isn't available for the test series against Australia, but after that he was playing Big Bash League. What does it mean that his priority is franchise cricket, not the Pakistan? So Pakistan Cricket Board has taken a solid step, but rightly said by you that you are setting an example. What about the rest of the players who are asking for the NOCs to play the leagues? Either it's a BPL, either it's Big Bash or Lanka Premier League whatsoever. And then ILT. Pakistani skipper Shaheen Shah Afridi, he hasn't played the third test. I think you must inquire why he has said that. When you open this Pandora box, I think it's better for the Pakistan cricket, because we are struggling in Test cricket for a long time. From last 5-6 years, after the captaincy of Misbah ul Haq, Pakistan team is in hot water in Test cricket. You have to take these kind of solid steps.
Rizwan, an example has been set. Like I said, that only time will tell how long can you take this example and implement it in realistic terms and across the board accountability as well.
Well, something, agreeing with K. Asif is something which doesn't happen very often, but he's absolutely right and absolutely correct. It's about time. I think the new chairman has put his foot down and the PCB has put its foot down. You have to make examples. There are two different things of looking at it. First of all, how dare anybody, tell the cricket board that they're not available for an international series, and that too not against a B team, but against the best team in the world, that is Australia. But number two, you have to look at the fact that why is he not ready? Why isn't he playing first-class cricket? Here, I think the PCB management, the previous management, is to be blamed. That why haven't they insisted on players playing, 4-day cricket? Why don't they have the stamina to bowl 25 overs a day on 2 consecutive days? Why are they just limiting themselves? Of course there is money involved, but why are they just T20 bowlers with a stamina of 4 overs? I've now seen most of the Pakistani fast bowlers even struggling in one-day international cricket because they don't have the stamina to bowl even 10 overs properly. So yes, right step. But again, you have to identify, who are your real bowlers, and I'm really, really happy that people like Mir Hamza and Ahmed Jamal performed well, because that shows the strength of your first-class structure. Somebody with 400 wickets was ignored time and over and over again, but suddenly got a chance in Australia. He bowled really well.
Well, I think if they've taken a decision, then you should stick with it as well. But like I said, that it all depends, and I know for a fact that certain things are changing in the PCB right now. There's a lot of across the board accountability, a lot of things are being put into precedent as well. So Mohsin Naqvi looks to be taking the job obviously head on and very seriously. We also mentioned that on the administrative side, he has this edge as well. Sir Haider, for Haris Rauf's case, if we are particularly to talk about him, and if I read the statement by the PCB, a certain line that I have read does make a lot of sense, and that is that playing for Pakistan should always be the first priority and should always be taken as something that needs to be put above everything else.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good decision. Basically, it's the right decision of the PCB that if a player he is available for the playing Test cricket format, but he is denying it, and then after he's going to play Big Bash League, franchise league, then it means that he is ignoring national cricket, national team. So it's a good decision, but I think just it's a decision not best to the activity of Haris Rauf, but it's a conflict between franchise league and PCB right now. It's running on, and you can see that one media manager, he has left PCB and immediately he has joined a franchise league. So it's a double standard of PCB, I think, because like Shaheen Shah Afridi, he has not played the third test in Australia, and the argument was that he has been rested due to fitness problem or something, and immediate after the New Zealand series he was busy in international league in Dubai. So it's a double standard of PCB. If PCB want to set an example, then PCB should do with everyone same decision, not only some players that if they can be pressurized by this decision, but big players, they cannot be pressurized. That should be done by PCB. I think Mohsin Naqvi is a good administrator. He is a very strict one. We have seen in the last 1 year in Punjab, he has done well. And in PCB, I hope that he will do same thing, and he will get some strict decisions by which the PCB will be on the right path. And I have spoken always for the domestic cricket, and I will request to PCB chairman Mohsin Naqvi, please concentrate the domestic cricket and ask everyone, every our national team player, they should go into domestic cricket instead of the franchise leagues. Most of our national team players, they don't play the domestic cricket and they don't go for the franchise league. So
but Sir Haider, on the international side, we see that there is a lot of polarization now. A lot of, I think majority of the cricketing countries have separated their squads. So they're already showed that these are a bunch of cricketers for test cricket, these are a bunch for one day, and this is the bunch for T20 cricket. So that
Exactly.
makes it easy. Then you don't have to probably wait for a player or force him into playing test cricket.
Exactly, that is a good way, that by which you cannot expect someone from someone that they are not ready to play for the one format. I think PCB can make different teams, and by which they can get more players in their system. They can get more talent in their system. But if you are applying all three formats for one player, then you will get more such type of the cases in the future, that because cricket now today is very fast. Overall, all over the world, cricket is being played in such countries where the cricket is not popular, but they are managing the franchise leagues. So it means that players are busy, and you have to make, if you want to make your team, I think after some years, national team will not be first priority of the players, because they are getting more money, more facilities in the franchise leagues, then they will go only the franchise leagues. So we have to make three teams for three different formats, and then we can get more talent, and such type of the case will not be in the future.
Well, certainly. But, just a quick question from both Rizwan and Asif as well. That Rizwan, we see this happening all around the world. If you're prioritizing players on the basis of formats, this could be a model where you don't end up in a situation like this.
Of course, I mean, you have to identify the problem with Pakistan cricket team is that we don't rest our players enough. People like Babar, Rizwan, Shaheen, they keep on playing every format. They don't give chances to youngsters. This is where the board has to be strong, like India, like Australia. They have to identify, for which series, which players are required, and then you give chances to players from first-class cricket. Until and unless we put our efforts into making sure that first-class talent comes in and gets a chance to show their mettle, we are going to remain a second-rate team, or fourth, fifth, sixth level ranking team in the world. We've achieved test ranking number one for a very small period. We achieved one international T20 ranking for short periods of time. But we need a successful formula like India, like Australia, where they continue taking keep the ranking for a longer period of time, and that comes with consistency, that comes with belief in your first class structure.
Asif, what about you? I mean, you've seen domestic cricketers up close, you've commentated in the Kazim Trophy as well. You can have that first hand analysis, or when we say that you can observe with a first-hand perspective of, can you categorize players?
Well, of course, that then we'd have to see the shopping list of Pakistan Cricket Board. Either they are sincere to sort out the problems, either they are sincere to work on these guidelines the way Mohsin Naqvi has started. He has taken a very good and solid step. I think these kind of steps require for the betterment of cricket, as I said earlier. And I think that this is the best time now, that after the Pakistan Super League, in this year you will be playing T20 World Cup, and 2025 you will be hosting Champions Trophy. So if you're not taking good steps, solid steps, I think that you'll be suffering a lot. So hats off to Mohsin Naqvi, the way he has started his innings, appreciate.
Absolutely, and I think across the board we all agree that certain decisions, we don't worry about the individuals. Pakistan cricket will always be greater than the individuals. It has got to be for Pakistan cricket first, and that's what we all agree upon. I think on that note, from Asif, thank you very much for joining us. Rizwan and also Sir Haider, thank you very much for joining us as well. From all of us, I think we do come out with a very strong word that Pakistan cricket needs to be put first, no matter what the priorities are. You got to make headway as well. But at the same time, this decision then needs to be implemented across the board as well. That wraps it up from me and the entire team. It's goodbye for now.